So I'm here in the garden. Just quickly before I go down the plot, I have 3 Queensland blue squash plants that need to go out. They're getting too much for the pot. So in the back garden here where I made 3 long beds, I've got the onions, I've got potatoes I put in there, and here along by the greenhouse I'm going to put the 3 Queensland blue plants I've got, because they're too big to be a climbing squash plant. So that's my plan, and that way they're not close to any other squash plants, so I could save the seed. Maybe. Let's get them in. That's them in. Let's hope they survive. There's actually 4, not 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've just got to the plot and another break-in. Every shed door's open. The elastic on there's broken. Let's go and see. Well, this is my shed. They've poured everything just quickly. So what's missing? They even looked in the little tins. Really? Bit of a mess. They took one of the gas bottles out of there. Why? You got that one there. So it looks like the only thing they took, which probably helped them with the other sheds, was my bolt cutters. And I'd only just bought those. I've been using them to cut the wire for the squash trellises. Okay, don't leave any tools that could help them with their break-ins. Looks like no other damage, nothing else nicked. Oh, this is a new one. They've left a spade in here that's not mine. That's stupid. Maybe they used it for breaking into one of the other plots. Okay, time to message the site rep and let him know. It's not even the summer holidays. What are they like? But the gate was locked, which tells me they're still coming in from over by the rugby club. Thieving. I've just noticed they've broken this bit more because it comes out. But to be honest, that was on its way out anyway. But why force it? They don't need to. All it was a case of undoing that. Ah, annoying thieves. Okay, a bit more damage. The lazy so-and-sos have cut through from the plot over there, through that plot, squished down the fence there, squished down my fence, probably stood on this bed. Uh-oh. And then, oh what? They've stood on a sweet corn and bent that out. Oh. Well, I've propped back up the plants I can that got squished, but I don't know if they're going to live. How dare they walk over my raised beds? Well, there's nothing more I can do about the break-ins, so I guess I should just plant some plants that are ready to go out. That's 4 honey bear, and then on here there's 3 spare butternuts and 1 uchikikoi. All the squash plants I've got room for. There were some that didn't survive in the greenhouse, but yeah, that'll do. I've noticed something in the brassica cage. The brassicas at this end are bigger than just along the edge there. Same here, they're smaller there and they're bigger here. Now around the edge is swede, so that swede is the same as that swede, but that's smaller. And both the beds have had manure on, I think. Well, one's had compost and one's had manure. Well, the thieves were obviously smokers because they've nicked the little cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, I was using it for lighting fires. But yeah, they were just cheap things that burn your finger when you light it though. But still, yet another thing discovered that was stolen. Well, that's the Brussels sprout plants in. There's only 1, 2, there's only 4 of them, but it's better than nothing. Now I need to try and slide this glass out. And put it down there because I need the airflow. Now I'm going to do this side. The only problem with working with this wider wire is when it springs back and makes you bleed. Oh well, it'll heal. Oh, it gets warm in here, even when it's a bit cloudy. So let me show you what I've been doing for the last hour or so in preparation for planting out my melons in the greenhouse. So I have used more of the same wire, fencing stuff on a roll that I use for the squash frames. I've used cup hooks and hooked it into the greenhouse here. So all the way around I've got wide mesh that I can get my hand through. I can harvest if I need to. I can tie in easily. So I think that should be quite helpful. I've also taken out the little triangles for some more airflow. These are Melba melons. So they won't quite reach that yet, so once they're a bit more long, then I will tie them in. Just going to go get the other sort. These are Clay Country Yellow Meat Watermelon, save seed from 2019. I got it from the Bristol Seed Swap. I'm probably putting too many in here, but you never know what will survive. So might as well just give it a go. Just behind this tomato plant. See, one of these is quite good size. The other one is less advanced. Let me show you. So there are 4 Clay Country Yellow Meat watermelons at the back, and then there's 3 along here which are Melba melons. Let's put the little label in. Now I need to water them. So this is the next step of the transatlantic melon challenge. So far it's going better than last year, but we'll see if they survive. So before it decides to rain, I'm going to try and bend this fencing back into shape and cable tie it back into place, and then do the other one at the bend. The joys of trying to fix what somebody else broke. So that if they come barging through again, they'll easily break. I don't want them to be cut. I don't want them cable tied it with the weakest cable ties. Right, it's very grey now. I felt the odd spit of rain, so I think it's time to go home. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. So, are you taking part in the transatlantic melon challenge?